All right, friends, it's Timon. I'm back with another video, and I posted this in my community section. I just did a video talking about some, those drug addicts again, steroid drug addict people. But this has nothing to do with them. This has to do with the driver of hypertrophy. What is the main driver of hypertrophy? It's really simple. You want to know the main driver of hypertrophy? And they tell it to you just about in every one of these reports I've brought out before. What does it say here? Skeletal muscle hypertrophy depends on what? Positive muscle protein balance. Protein synthesis exceeds breakdown. Thus, RT is excellent for this stimulation of an anabolic signaling and promoting of muscle hypertrophy. So what is good? There's all kinds of damages, okay? I got crazy people that are writing me all the time in my comment section. You get these nut cases to come back, and they're trying to tell me what I'm doing or what I'm supposed to be doing or this or that or something. I know what I'm doing. You need to know what you're doing. So anyways, the point is that is the major driver of hypertrophy. Hypertrophy just means something is getting bigger. Now, what is the driver of muscle cells? Okay, here's the thing. If you get more muscle cells, if you damage muscle fibers and the progenitor splits, divides, and increases in number and binds with the cracks and the domes, not the cell swelling, the cracks and the domes, not the swelling of a cell. You understand me? And it binds there. Yeah? Okay. So you get more muscle cells. Is that hypertrophy? Yes. Can you see it visually? No. You have to see it under a microscope. Now, to see those cells, hypertrophy, to get them really big, to see that mass, protein synthesis needs to what? Exceed that breakdown to see that mass, and not under a microscope. Get it, bro? Yeah. Now, as far as cell swelling, I talked about this. That's what's in this report here. They're talking about the role of metabolic stress. A metabolic stress is a cell swelling. You're swelling the cells. Your cell swelling, like it says here. It's through hypoxia and ROS. Hypoxia. Yeah, hypoxia and ROS. It's swelling the cell. You're a chronic lifter in a gym and you're lifting. So your metabolic thing has changed. Your lifting is not based on muscle damage. It's not based on these cracks and the domes. It's not based on muscle injuries. It's based on cell swelling. You're swelling the cell, so you're getting inflammations through cell swelling. Every time you come to the gym, you're swelling the cell and you're hypertrophying. Get it? Yeah. Now, if you want that cell to grow mass on it through like proteins, well, then protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown. But none of you are doing that in a gym. I try to explain this. None of you are eating in an anabolic growth state to suppress, to exceed that protein breakdown, because proteins are being broken down all the time. Get it? Like it says here. You want me to read the whole thing for you? Resistance training, skeletal muscle hypertrophy depends on what? Positive muscle protein balance. Protein synthesis exceeds breakdown. Thus, RT is excellent for stimulation of an anabolic signaling. Yeah, signal. That's all. And the promotion of muscle hypertrophy. The promotion, but not hypertrophy. Metabolic stress is one of the primary mechanisms that makes RT increase muscle mass. Yeah. Metabolic stress is one of the primary mechanisms that makes RT increase muscle mass, but without protein synthesis, it won't increase its mass. It's also increasing in swelling. It's swelling, so it's increasing its mass. Get it? Temporarily. Mainly due to the rise of what? Anabolic hormone release, hypoxia, ROS production, and cell swelling. Does that sound to you like muscle injury, like muscle damage? Does that sound like micro injuries? Micro injuries to the fiber. Listen to what they say here. Hormonal release, hypoxia, ROS production, and cell swelling. What does that have to do with micro injuries? That doesn't. You understand? You understand me? Even if the progenitor is activated here, which it will activate for sure. It will activate in there. It's going to activate. Definitely. And I posted another one, lactate metabolism and satellite cell fate. During homeostasis, SCs, the satellite cells, are in a quiescent state. We know that. I've done this in over 500, 600 videos already. And I've done it on my old channel even more, like so many times. Low metabolic demands. Yes, low metabolic demands. Okay? That's when it's quiescent. But under stress, however, caused by injury, exercise, or other variables, SCs become what? Activated to proliferate, differentiate, and fuse to regenerate the tissue. But sometimes it just proliferates. It doesn't differentiate and it doesn't fuse to regenerate tissue. Depending, if that tissue has been damaged, then it's going to have to regenerate that tissue. That doesn't mean you're growing a muscle. You understand me? That doesn't... look, a cell is swelling due to hypoxia and ROS. Okay, and what about it? What about it? Okay, let's say the ROS activates the satellite cell, and what? Is the cell damaged in any way? No, it's swelling. It's swollen now. It's swollen. So what's going to do? What's going to do? Nothing. It's simply proliferating because of hypoxia damage and ROS damage. It's damage to some tissues in the body. So it's just moving, or it's proliferating there, searching, lurking. You activated it now, and you're exhausting the satellite cells now. You're not split, dividing, increasing in number, and them going back for future regenerative demands and increasing in number. You understand me? Through micro injuries. Because your muscles, they don't micro injury all the time, man. Get it? They're protected. It's a highly protected state, okay? It's under many protections. It just doesn't damage just like that. I'm going to wave my arms up and down and go to the gym, and they're going to get damaged, and I'm just going to get bigger magically on a breatharian diet. Man, people are really insane out there. Okay, transitional cascade, whatever. They talk about a whole bunch of other things here, okay? They even talk about antioxidants can modify protein signaling after RT sessions and impairs muscle gains. So antioxidants can impair muscle gains. There you go. You'll be fucked after your session. It is widely accepted as an important energy source for many cell types. This lactate bullshit, whatever, metabolic products. Propose actively participate in cell-to-cell communication. Satellite cells, which are adult skeletal stem cells, are the main players of the skeletal muscle regeneration process. Yeah, it's a regeneration. It regenerates muscles, yes. Recent studies have proposed a metabolic switch to increase glycolysis in activated SCs. Moreover, lactate has been shown to affect SCs and myoblasts in vivo. In vivo means it's in a laboratory, but whatever. In vivo and in vivo and in whatever, vitro and in vitro, vivo and in vitro. In this short review, we describe how metabolic variations relate with SC fate, quiescence, activation, proliferation, migration, differentiation, fusion, and self-renewal, as well as discussing possible relationship between lactate, And so, yeah, there, they tell you again, okay, it's in a quiescent state. Upon injury, SCs enter the cell cycle to become activated and undergo several rounds of proliferation and process that happens very quickly from the first day after injury. During proliferation, systematic and symmetric divisions happen. Yeah, symmetrically divided cells, most planar divisions can give rise to two activated SCs or two SCs concomitant to myogenesis, whilst asymmetrically divided cells, most apical basal divisions, we give rise to one activated SC and one quiescent SC, which contributes to self-renewal SCs. That's my training that I do now. I do regeneration training because I know exactly what I'm going to get. I know what I'm looking for. I know how to get them. I know all about cell swelling, ROS, hypoxia, cacheexia. I know all these things that cause different damages to muscle fibers. I know what I'm going to get. I know how much I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to shoot for. I know how to be in an anabolic growth state. I know how to use complex carbohydrates to create more of this sarcoplasmic and even make space for more myofibrillar growth by doing that. I know that, shit, man. I know just whatever, bro. I know how to be in an anabolic growth state. I know how to build muscles. Okay, I know how these satellite cells, when they're activated, I know under what the most activation, the most damage, not getting damage, fucking eccentric, concentric movements, what they do, what they're supposed to do, hormonally, strength-wise, damage, this kind of damage, that kind of damage, chronically lifting, fucking cell swelling in the gym, like a yo-yo, like Blaha, and all these fucking people, bro, get it? It's complicated. I have to make a 10-hour long video, bringing out every report, trying to explain all these things. That's why I do them piece by piece, bit by bit in videos. And then I get some crazy person in the comment section of my last video constantly writing me, he's debunking my videos. He hasn't debunked one of my videos. You have to review a video to debunk it. You can't make and fabricate stuff, you understand me, in your videos, saying that I said this, meanwhile you didn't prove I said that because you fabricated that. I never did say that. I never said mechanical tension was never muscle damage in my video. I said that idiot lifter said that muscle damage wasn't the driver of hypertrophy or growth or whatever. He said that mechanical tension was, and I said mechanical tension is muscle damage. I say it in my video, and I go, what the fuck is he talking about? Because everything is damage. Look, let's explain this one more time in the video, okay? Everything that you're doing in a fucking gym is damage. You're damaging some tissue. I don't know. It could be through hypoxia raws. It could be micro injuries. Fuck. It could be anything. You understand me? It could be anything. It could be disease. I don't know. Maybe you have a disease. You're diseased, injuring it through disease. I don't know what the fuck people are doing in the gym these days. Get it? They're crazy. You understand me? So there are many different kinds of injuries to muscle fibers, to skeletal muscle, to skeletal, whatever, even your skin. Like I said, there are different kind of many different types of injuries that can happen. It could be toxicity. You could be filled with oxalates and lifting weights, and these oxalates, they form crystals. They could be damaging your skeletal muscle and your brain cells, dude. The guy that keeps writing me, your brain and your eyeballs. You understand me? And maybe your pee-pee, your dick is not working too because of those crystals flowing through when you're peeing. That's why you keep writing crazy things about you debunking my videos and stuff, whatever. Using a bot and shit and everything. Get it, broski? So yeah, so we know that toxicity, the environment, what you're eating can cause tissue damage. And this can accelerate it when you go to the gym. And we know that when you lift weights, you're accelerated aging because you're damaging. If you're damaging, you're accelerated aging. You're chronically damaging. You're not regenerating. You're damaging. And if anything, you'll be losing. You're getting smaller because you're not allowing your body to repair, and then you fuck the regenerative process and you shrink. Go see House of Hypertrophy. He just posted a new video. Maybe you'll learn something watching it. It's brand new. I don't know. Maybe you should go check it out. I don't know. Because people are just too stupid to understand anything out there. Here, maybe I'll show it to you. It looks like this. Yeah,
It's a surprise.
It looks like this. Right there. There it is. This is working. 90% still believe this builds more muscle. 90% of people, whatever. Yeah, actually, that's probably one of his best videos, I'd say. It's pretty close. Yeah, it's not bad, actually. So there you go, man. That's the driver of hypertrophy, my friends. I don't know what else to tell you. I'll see you in the next video. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe. Protein synthesis is the driver of hypertrophy. Now, the stimulus could be any type of damage, but you may not be getting myofibrillar growth. You may just be swelling the cell. That's just the mass. You're skating uphill, it may be just, like I said, you're not even eating protein, so there's not enough, and so you're swelling the cell, going to the gym to swell cells. I don't know. How about this transient hypertrophy? Getting the pump. I'm chasing the pump. But I don't know, the pump. Yeah, you may be getting the pump. People eat these powders from the health food store to get the pump, nitric oxide bullshit, whatever pump. Man, I don't know. But if you eat complex carbohydrates, you will get a pump. But that pump will be definitely associated with a glycogen synthesis. If glycogen synthesis exceeds breakdown, then you will load more glycogen into the muscle. That's why I did sarcoplasmic training. That's sarcoplasmic training. Now, myofibrillar training for mass. Now that would be protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown. Get it, broski? Yeah. And you'll exceed that breakdown, you'll get some mass. Okay? But you didn't build any myofibrillars. It's better to build myofibrillars and build some mass. Because if you ever lose the mass, you'll still have the myofibrillars. You won't be crying and say, I lost my gains, and crying all the time. Yeah. So what's the driver? What's the driver of hypertrophy? Just hypertrophy. Protein synthesis exceeds this breakdown. That's the driver of hypertrophy. That's all. It's really simple. I'll see you in the next one. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. I'll see you. Ciao, friends.